Hi, lovers. So, you know all those lies about sex that you've been told from way back? Today, I'm going to be talking about them and I'm going to be telling you the truth about them. You're welcome to Eve's Desire by Tiwa Says, and I am your pleasure coach. So, like I said, I'm going to be telling you some truths about some lies that you've been told over time about sex. You know, because a lot of people shy away from sex and don't like to talk about it. So because of that, there's a lot of misinterpretation and misinformation about it, you know, and everybody just likes to do, oh, they said what they said, oh, this is how it is, you know, without having your own first-hand experience or without knowing for yourself, using other people's knowledge as the truth. Today, I'm going to be debunking all of that, and I'm going to be bringing to the fore some lies that you have been told, no matter how long. Today is the day that you know the truth. Okay, so the first one I'm going to talk about is that, you know, the first time sex must always produce blood. Like if you're having sex for the first time, then there must always be blood involved. That is not true, because there are lots of, and this thing I'm talking about, it has caused a lot of problem between some couples, between partners, because they would have sex with their partners, and even though their partners have told them that they are virgins, but they will have sex with them for the first time and there will be no blood, and then they'll be like, you lied. Let me say it here now, that it's not everybody that will bring out blood the first time. And you know, sometimes because we are different that way, sometimes, you know, because what exactly causes the blood anyway? You know, there's a hymen, and then it's the breaking of the hymen that, you know, is supposed to cause the blood. And sometimes this hymen is broken even before you have sex, and it doesn't mean that you are no longer a virgin. What is a virgin anyway? You know, it's if you've not had sex, that's it. Someone who is a virgin is someone who has never had sex, you know. So hymen or no hymen, you have never had sex. And the hymen can be broken in different ways apart from sex. It can be broken through sports, depending on the kind of sports that you do. It can also be broken if you use tampon. You know, if you use tampon instead of the regular pads or sanitary towel for your monthly flow, you know, it can happen that way. So if you are in that shoe and then you now have sex for the first time and then you don't and there's no blood, don't be alarmed, and then your partner should be able to understand that, okay, you know, it's not everybody that must you know, that must produce blood or leak blood the first time. And another thing I'm going to say is that the fact that somebody, you know, produced blood the first time does not mean that the person is a virgin. Yes, you heard me right. It does not mean that the person is a virgin, because these days, you know, people do a lot of stuff. Some people, they would have disvirgined themselves, or they would have had sex and they will now go and start doing all sorts of things. You know, there are all those chemicals or something that you do to your body to tighten your vagina, to do this, so that by the time you go the first time, by the time you go meet somebody else, it will seem like it's the first time. No. And there are other reasons that you can bleed apart from, you know, making love for the first time. So as much as producing blood is usually a sign of being disvirgin when you have sex, it is not compulsory. You don't have to bleed the first time. And then the fact that you bleed also does not mean that it is the first time. Please, let's be aware of that. Let's know that. Okay. Another lie about sex that you've been told is that size matters. Yes. Don't come for me. I know some of you like it big, gigantic, fat and all that. But really, size does not really matter, you know. As long as, you know, you are able to use your piece, and I'm talking to the men here, as long as you are able to use what you have, you know, and then this is you knowing that sex is a lot more than penetration. That is key. And then as long as you are able to use what you have, size really doesn't matter. because a lot of women feel like, the bigger the better, and there are a lot of men who have big pieces and they cannot do anything about it. They are just, it's just the aesthetics. Yes, I think it's just for the aesthetics. A lot of people like to say, it's big, but then big does not mean good, because you have to be able to use your big well before we know that, okay, it's big and then it is good. Like they say, it's not how big the head is that, that shows the sense that is there. So it's also not how big the ebola is that shows the effectiveness or the sweetness in quotes is. So if you have a medium size, normal size, and then you can use it well, maneuver. It's not just bang 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 bang. You can use it well. You can hit the right spots. You can do other things apart from penetration as well, because it's not just penetration is not the only sex. You can do other things, oral sex. You can please your partner in other ways and all that. You are good to go. So this is me telling you that size is not everything. Size does not really matter at the end of the day. It's not how big, it is how well. Another lie that you have been told is that sex is all about penetration. Sex is not all about penetration. When they say sex, it's not just, oh yeah, remove your pants, let me enter. That's not sex. Sex is all encompassing. It's not just penetration. There is oral sex. It's not just one kind of sex. It's not just, oh yeah, there's oral sex, and then there's the penetrative sex, and then there are other things. When you say sex now, there are other things that you can do. There are other stimulations, there are other touches, it's all encompassing. So it's not just that, okay, let's have sex and then, okay, it's penetration. You can even have sex without having penetration. So when you think sex, don't just think, oh, penetration, penis inside vagina. No. There are lots of other things. Even foreplay is sex, and that does not really involve penetration. It just involves, stimulations, touching your partner's body, playing with your partner's erogenous parts, knowing where to touch and all that. And of course, like I mentioned, oral sex as well. So there is not just one kind of sex. There are different kinds of sex, and penetration is not the only kind of sex. Another lie that we have been told is that porn is a good source of information. That's those of you that use porn to learn how to to learn how to have sex in quotes. Porn is not a good source of information, because you should know that porn is acting. They are actually acting it. Some of those things that they do in all those porn movies, don't try it at home. They are not real. Or you think you see a porn movie and you see a man touch a woman in a certain way, or just do like this, and then she's just squirting all over the place, water all over the place, and then you go and try it with your woman, and it's not giving you the same result, and you're like, what's happening? Is something wrong with the woman? Is something wrong with you? No. Porn is not a good source. As much as porn, you can use porn to, how will I put it now? You can use porn to get you in the mood, to see some things, that are okay. This is this, or to get you in the mood, like I said. But then it's not a good source. You can't just follow a verbatim that, okay, they are doing like this. They are hanging their leg on the ceiling. Let's also hang our leg on the ceiling. Or they are doing 10 rounds. Or they are putting, no. It's really not a good source. Like I said, it is acting. It is acting. So you should know that, okay, this thing is scripted, and it was made for you to be pleasing to you and all that. So real life is different. So just do what works for you. Find out what works for your partner as well, and you have a conversation, and you do your own porn. Don't follow the porn that you see on the internet. Okay, another lie. This is a big one that you have been told about sex is that condom alone is safe sex. Irony is a lie. It's a lie. Because when you're having sex, like I said, sex is not just penetrative, like vagina to, penis. It's not just that. It involves a lot of things. So if you're going to use condoms, if you're going to use a condom for penetrative sex, okay, what happens to oral sex? Or you don't know that you can catch something through oral sex. Whether it's you whether you are putting it in your mouth or you are putting your somebody else's mouth or whatever way, condom cannot save you from that one, except of course they use what's it called, there's this mouth thing that they use, like it's like a mouth guard if you are going to be doing oral sex, and you wear it, except that. But if you are thinking that when they say safe sex, okay, as long as I'm using condom, uncle, but you are doing more than that now. What's happening when you are ass licking, when you are licking somebody's ass? Are you using condom? You are not using condom now, and that's you can also get stuff from that as well. So when you are talking safe sex, it involves more than a condom, because you are exchanging body fluids, and that includes saliva, it includes sexual fluids, even includes sweat and all. So when you are talking safe sex, know that it involves more than condom, and if you are going to practice safe sex, then you have to practice safe sex in its totality. If you are going to be having oral sex, then you need to know what you are doing. Whether you can even wear condom in your mouth, or put something, or just indulge. Just know that, okay, you can only have oral sex with someone you are sure of, or someone who has been tested and is safe. And just know that, okay, if your safe sex, you can only do a penetrative sex, and that is it. Even from kissing self, you can get something. So please, let's just be safe out there. And then another lie that you've also been told is that it's only gay people that contact HIV and AIDS. It's a lie. And I don't even know where that came from. Maybe because you think that, okay, gay people do anal, and then you can only get HIV from anal. Where did you get that one? You can get HIV from fluids, from body fluids. Same body fluids as I've mentioned. The same way that you can contract all these other sexually transmitted diseases, it's the same way you can contract HIV. So it's not just gay people that get HIV. Even normal people in heterosexual relationships get HIV, and you can contact it through body fluids, like I said, saliva, sexual fluids, blood, and all that. So if you're even sharing a syringe, if you're not even having sexual thing, but you are sharing a syringe for whatever reason, maybe for the reason, you can get HIV. If you are sharing some unsterilized items like needle, blade, clipper, all those things, just be aware. You can contact HIV. If you have an open wound somewhere and then you are having sex, like, okay, if you have an open wound in your genital area, maybe you shaved or you cut yourself, or as a woman, I don't know, maybe you have a tear or something, and then you are having unprotected sex and all that. Those are open doors for HIV. So please, if you have been thinking that it's only gay people that have HIV or that can contact HIV, remove it now. It is not true. Anybody can contact HIV. This next one is very important. If you are in the gang of those men that think that as long as you put your penis inside a woman's vagina, she must reach cloud 9, well, this is me telling you that is a lie from the pit of hell. Not all women orgasm by penetrative sex alone. No. In fact, it has been found out that more than half of women do not orgasm by penetrative sex alone. So you would have to do something extra. Maybe while you are thrusting, you are also stimulating her clitoris, because most women orgasm through their clitoris. That one is a sure banker. So if you are penetrating, you can also be stimulating the clitoris, and that can help the woman to reach orgasm. But if you are thinking that just by entering and just going in and out, the woman is going to come, no, that is not very feasible. There are some women who are privileged that's the word, who are privileged to come this way, but not all women. And this is vaginal orgasm. There's vaginal orgasm and there's clitoral orgasm, there's there are nipple orgasm. There are lots of orgasms, but the vaginal orgasm is not very common with most women. clitoral orgasm is most common. So you can combine the two. While you are thrusting, like I said, you can also stimulate the clitoris, either with your hands or with a sex toy, and then it goes hand in hand, and then that can work. So that's, apart from it being a lie, I'm also giving you a tip on how you can on how you can make that work. Okay, so this next lie, ladies, come forward. All of you that believe that, okay, should I even say the men here? But all of you that believe that a man's pre-cum cannot make you pregnant, you have you have missed the road. It's a lie. Or even if it's the men that tell you, especially those men that say my pull-out game is clinical, my pull-out game is 100. No, I don't use condom, I just pull out. It's a lie. And then if you are thinking that, okay, especially those that like to stimulate the vaginal area with the penis before penetration, before when a man is aroused, there is this liquid that comes out, and it's called the pre-cum. That is before the coming, before the ejaculation, the final ejaculation. There's the pre-cum that shows that, okay, this man is aroused, is ready, and all that. Sometimes semen is in that pre-cum. So don't think that there's no semen there, and then you are using it to rub your to rub that area, and just play with it, rubbing that area. It is very, very risky. If you are not planning to have a baby soon, you should rethink that. So this is me just letting you know that there is semen in pre-cum. As much as it is not like the usual, it is not normal, because the semen, the eggs are supposed to be in the ejaculation. That's where the semen is. But then some usually find its way inside the pre-cum. So you need to be careful. So don't take it lightly. Don't just say it's pre-cum and then you use it in that area. You rub. No. Be very careful. If you want to do your foreplay before penetration, make sure that Oga does not come to madam. They don't mix yet until you have worn your condom, because it can be dangerous. Like I said, if you are not ready to have a baby, please be careful. Okay, and those of you that also believe that you cannot get pregnant on your period, go and ask some women who have had children through that way. Well, I'm going to let you know that you can get pregnant during your period. A lot of women think that no, you cannot get pregnant during your period because you feel like you can only get pregnant while you are ovulating. While that is true, and I don't know the science of it, but it is possible. It is possible for you to get pregnant on your period. I know some people like to use period time as safe time, that I'm on my period, so let's have period sex and all. It's not always safe. So it's just something that you need to be aware of, and it's a lie that you have been told. So now you know the truth, and it has set you free. Yeah, this last one. It is very controversial. I know that I've been saying safe sex, but I know that a lot of people don't like to use condoms. It's not even just the men, even the women. Some women don't like to use condoms because they say it makes the sex less enjoyable. I think it depends on the condom. We have different types of condom these days, in different, how would I even call it, different types, like I said, in different flavors, in different sensitivities. You have the ripped condoms, that have studs, studded condoms that have studs in them, that adds to the sensation. You have some that are really, really thin, so it's almost like skin to skin, So there is really no excuse. I don't want to believe the fact that I guess it depends on the condom that you are using. Of course, if you want, they say soup wey sweep na better money killer. So if you want to use a condom that feels like skin, that feels skin to skin, then you should be able to spend a little extra. I know Durex has a variety of condoms like that. They have the one that is almost it's almost like it's not there. It's very thin, but then it's still protecting. And then they have flavored ones, and then they have the ones that add extra, like I mentioned earlier, it has studs in them, so it's just for extra sensitivity like that. So this is me telling you that is also a lie. you can enjoy sex with condoms. It just depends on the type of condom that you use, and it also depends on your mindset. If you already have it in mind that condom, go sweet, go sweet, no, I don't want condom, then that's what you're going to have. It's going to affect your experience. But if you don't think about it that way, and you say, okay, I want to have sex, I want to have safe sex, but I'm going to be using condom, and you are bent, your mindset is on your pleasure, then you are going to enjoy the experience. So which of these lies were you told? Because I know you cannot tell me that all these things that I've mentioned today, there's none that, no, I'm sure that there are some. And I hope that you know the truth now and it has set you free. So it's time to embrace the new and let go of the old. Stop saying, oh, they said, or stop saying, oh, this is how it used to be, or my mother told me, or my grandfather told me, or no. This is 2025. You need to go with the flow, and you need to know what is the truth and what is the lie, what works and what does not work. Find what works for you and stick with it, and you'll be fine. Okay, so don't forget to like this video and also share it to those that will need this information, and follow us on all our social media handles at The Eagle Online, and also subscribe so that you get notifications when I come out with more tips. I'll see you next time.